So I just caught up with Solo Leveling Ragnarok, and I genuinely like it. At first I didn't, mainly because it was a copy and paste of Solo Leveling at the very beginning, and questioned whether or not this was actually worth the read. But then they started taking a slight deviation, and it became its own thing, aside from Sung Jin-woo doing everything he needs to do outside the realm of this story. And just for clarification, Sung Jin-woo does not play any part in this story. This is all his son Suho's story. And so far, they're doing a pretty decent job, especially after this recent chapter. Long story short, the Apostle of Light happened to make it through the barrier veil of the outer world to Earth to try to reprimand or take over everything that's there because Sung Jin-woo is no longer. Does he know that Sung Jin-woo's son, Sung Suho, is also the deciding factor on what happens with Earth, depending on how he goes about with his solo leveling? Title of the story. Anyways, he blows an entire hole through Sung Suho. He doesn't realize, gets put inside of a dungeon with different versions of himself, this version being from the very beginning of Solo Leveling Ragnarok, during the tutorial aspect, and the child version of him when he had ruler's authority and was like, I guess OP or something like that. Not really, but kind of. Anyways, in this recent chapter, we are introduced to this, the present day version of him that he has to fight behind the last door in the dungeon that he keeps dying in over and over and over again. As we see the sword he had in previous chapters, and this sword, I can't remember where that came from. I don't think we've seen that, or if we have, I don't remember. But that's there too. So right now, he is going to be fighting the current version of himself, which I think is a very interesting take. You have the gauntlet version of Sung Suho from the beginning of the series. OP is all hell. And then the child version that he kept getting off to time and time again. And now it's the current version of him, which I think he should be able to take on, but knowing how this story's going, it's mainly a learning curve for him to realize, hey, I need to be able to do this in order to get stronger, to basically be stronger than my dad, which, by the way, you're not, I guarantee. That's so out there, such a huge goal that just can't be reached right now. Will they do it? Maybe. Hope not, but you never know. Overall, this chapter was interesting, and it definitely left me wanting more.